Hello people, this is Moffatt from Kharischangeworks, guys. I hope you are well. Apparently, William Shakespeare said the following. The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away. I've often heard the phrase, what is the meaning of life? And sometimes they will say 42. What on earth? Apparently from people that I've spoken to in the past, they've said at the age of 42, you understand what the purpose of life is all about. I don't know. I'm beyond that age. And at 42, I was fighting a very different kind of battle, and it certainly had nothing to do with purpose at that point in time. I couldn't see anything. But the meaning of life is, once you find your purpose, is to give it away. And it nearly seems to me that you spend years and years finding your purpose, and then in an instant you just say, now I've got it, I don't need it anymore. What on earth? But let me tell you a little bit about my story. You've heard it in the past in various versions, but let's consider this from this little saying's perspective. Life has not always been easy. No. Life equally has not always been hard. No, that's not true either. Life has been challenging for the majority of my life, for sure. And in the midst of all of these things, it was very much a matter of what's going on. And when you're growing up, you don't consider this. It's only when you become older that you start to wonder who you are. What are you doing on the planet at this point in time? What is your function? So, I asked those questions. And I worked out very early that I was always going to work with people. Not just any people, but people with specific needs, specific problems. I enjoyed working with the homeless. They are a shark in a bigger shark tank, that's for sure. I did some time doing other things with law enforcement, working on the fringe of life. That was interesting. Then I did some other care-related work, completely different to what I was familiar with. And I saw life from a very different perspective then. And then there was this stagnation and a healing time. In amongst all of that, I was fighting a battle with a toxic relationship. The narc in my life, as I often refer to her as, but soon no more. And whilst I was battling with a lot of things, struggling to survive mentally and emotionally, unbeknownst to me, I was discovering my purpose. It is as if I was being put through the furnace to get rid of all the nonsense in my life. That stuff, shall we call them. Just like gold, when you put that ore in the fire, the first things that burn off is the stuff that makes gold slightly less valuable. And all that nonsense starts to float to the surface and they scoop it off. And then there's this refining process that needs to take place to get rid of all the unseen stuff that still makes gold less kind of valuable. Up until the point all the stuff is gone and all you are left with is gold. I went through that for quite a number of years. Maybe it's my stubbornness that forced me to take such a long time to learn the lessons that I needed to, or maybe it was my resilience in fighting the battle for so long. I don't know which one it is. But this I know. Throughout that time of intense struggle and battle, pulling my hair out, nearly having a nervous breakdown, I was being encouraged by the Creator, I believe, to readjust my focus as my purpose became clear. So in my time of healing, I studied hypnosis and more recently, eye movement therapy. And it came about by speaking to one of my good friends that my purpose in life was never necessarily to work with people with stress or anxiety or mental health problems or these kind of things, albeit it's part of it. But it's helping those who are in toxic relationships. Now, Lara will understand this equally the same because of her walk. So my purpose is now defined to helping those in toxic relationships or those who have escaped such a relationship. And now I'm giving my purpose away. You're part of it. I now give my purpose away by speaking out, helping, encouraging, supporting. Such a long time, 22 years in total, to find my purpose, being destroyed in the process, hammered, battered, lost, empty. But now that I've found my purpose, through the process of healing, I want to encourage you that there's light at the end of the tunnel. And maybe should you go through that fiery furnace experience where it feels like you are just being cooked by life, and the heat's up, and you are becoming less of yourself as the nonsense is being scooped away. Let me tell you, you are being refined. Consider a diamond. When we really sit and think about it, diamond is just a big, massive lump of coal, who through intense pressure and heat for an extended period of time has resulted in something really small and incredibly valued. I read a little saying a little while ago that said, a diamond is a lump of coal that did well under pressure. Consider, the diamond in you is being formed. Now, as we know, diamonds are the hardest element in the earth. Toughening you up for a particular purpose, whether it be to be in a piece of jewelry, or whether it be a piece of diamond that is going to go in a crown or something, or maybe for something that I'm more interested in is the diamond that you can use to sharpen knife blades. But a diamond remains the same. Coal, under pressure, heat, for a long time. My friend, when you understand that you're becoming that diamond, you're becoming that gold, you're becoming that silver, titanium, whatever you wish to refer to yourself as. The purpose then says, I know what I am, and now I need to give it away so that life now starts to make meaning, sense. Since my healing has taken place, or shall I say more accurately, as my healing is continuing to take place, the more I listen, the more I observe, the more I notice that there are a lot of damaged people walking the face of the earth with brave faces, with fake smiles, broken hearts. But they're doing their bit to try and survive. The meaning of life is to give your purpose away. And that's what I'm going to encourage you to do. Find it. Give it away. So you end up being fulfilled. It is as simple as that. Some people go to the Himalayas, some people go to the Amazon, some people go to the ends of the earth to find themselves. Whilst that is really important, I want to encourage you to consider that it is not just important to find yourself, but you need to find out why you are here. Because once you understand why you are here, finding yourself is a lot easier. And then you know what to do with yourself in order to become more of what you are. Therefore, you become useful in the society that you live in, making the difference because you understand both the purpose and the meaning of your life. So I'm going to encourage you to do that inward journey, not necessarily an outward one. The inward one is far more important to go out and enjoy and pursue. Hunt yourself down and find out who you are and what you are. And then make yourself useful with what you discover when you discover it. My friend, that's all I want to say to you at this particular point in time. But I'm going to encourage you to get this working to find out what's going on in here. It is as simple as that. Please do all the YouTube admin, the like, the share, subscribe, comment. Man, tell all your friends, tell all your family. It's important. But for now, this is Mark from Kharischangeworks. I'll speak to you soon.